about Venmo and the money sharing apps that a lot of the kids are liking to use. So safe or sorry?
They're as safe as you want them to be as long as you are vigilant.
So from a technology data point of view, basically safe.
From a technology data point of view, there are vulnerabilities. First of all, I think anyone that wishes everyone else they know to know what they're spending or who they're giving money to, that's something I don't understand.
That whole social aspect.
There was a website that was actually created a long time ago. They've since evaporated from the world, but they were sharing what you were spending on your credit card with friends. And of course, the banks loved it because it would give them an idea of what people were spending, and merchants loved it too. But unfortunately, they didn't properly protect the data, and of course, the rest was history. But again, this is a problem with people oversharing information. People don't really need to know what you're spending, where you're spending, who you're sharing it with. Not. I understand with young people, you have 19 people in a restaurant, you're all at dinner, and the waiter looks at you like you've come from another planet when you say, okay, we're each going to give you a different, credit card or a debit card. So, a sharing app can be a good thing, but there are safety measures that you should use, like don't connect it directly to your bank account. Connect it to a credit card.
I was just going to say.
Even if you have a limited available credit card that you use when you use these money sharing apps, it's really not a bad idea because you want to give yourself layers of protection. A lot of these money apps or money sharing apps don't necessarily have two-factor authentication. It's very important to know that the right person is actually using this app.
So two-factor authentication, just confirm what that is?
If two-factor authentication is when you begin a process of logging on, a code is sent to your cell phone. You enter the code, you can continue. So it's important to do that. Now, a lot of these apps don't have that. Now, they're moving in the direction that they will, because I think eventually everybody's going to go to two-factor authentication. But it's additional layer of protection. That's why credit cards are better than debit cards, because a lot of times you need that to get onto your financial site. You need to be able to do stuff.
And again, as we said, debit cards versus credit cards. If there's a mistake that's made, then your debit card, the money's gone from your bank account, versus your credit card, you have all the consumer fraud and the protection that comes with it.
That's the important thing, is that it's all about how do you better insulate yourself from having an issue, and then when you have an issue, how quickly can you resolve the issue? Credit cards give you more time to review. There's zero liability. Also, even money sharing apps that are, attached to credit cards are better than things that are attached to your bank account, because once the money's out of your account, you may eventually be able to convince the financial institution to give you your money back, but it may take them time, and that's why you don't want to put yourself behind the eight ball with something like this.
And in general, just when you set up any of these accounts, we talked about credit versus debit cards, but also if I give you my credit card number and it gets stolen or something happens, I can easily cancel that, get another credit card number, versus if I give you my bank account number. Now, besides the fact that my bank account could get wiped out, now I have to go close that account, open another account. It's a much bigger deal in terms of resolution.
No question. And, if it's a debit card, you can change the debit card number. You could be okay when it comes to your bank account. But if you give someone your bank account information, then, if someone gets their hands on the wrong, you're going to have to close that account. And think about the agony that you may go through if you have a number of either your mortgage, car payment, or normal bill payment where you've set up auto pay, where you now have to change everything.
Right.
So these are all important considerations. Live the life you want to live. You don't have to live in a log cabin on Loon Lake and live off the grid. Live the life you want to live, but just make sure that you are aware of what's going on in your accounts. And that's why always have transactional monitoring, so you're notified anytime there's activity in your accounts, so that you can make sure that it's you. Also, you can make sure that, let's say you don't have fat finger syndrome, where you thought you were putting in $100 and by mistake you put in $1,000. At least it gives you an opportunity to look at it and go, wait a minute, that's a mistake, and you can do something about it.
All right. Great advice. Thanks, Adam.
Thanks.
You can get Adam's book swiped at bottomlinestore.com. And do that social thing, because this information is so important. And as Adam said, we're all in this together. So share this video, let your friends know about Adam's good work, and again, come to our site.